Have you ever just sat back and thought about some of the things we believe? I mean, really thought about it. For example, we believe that God Himself came to the earth as a baby through the Virgin Mary. We believe that the God-man walked on water and that He used 5 loaves and 2 fish to feed 5,000 people. We believe that Jesus made blind eyes see, allowed deaf ears to hear, and that He brought a dead man back to life. Well, that's incredible when you think about it. But the boldest claim we make is this: we believe that Jesus was crucified, buried, and 3 days later walked out of the tomb alive. And that's not just a wild claim. It has to be everything, because if that's not true, then everything else falls apart. According to the scripture, if Christ has not been raised, then our proclamation is in vain, and so is our faith. Paul goes on to say that we should be pitied more than anyone if Christ has not been raised. Think about the people who were around Jesus. Some doubted Him. Many hated Him. But a few followed and believed what He said. But the moment came He breathed His last breath on that cross. Reality then must have set in. Jesus has died. Because He died, there was no celebration, only silence and disbelief. Because He died, how can He truly be the Son of God, the Messiah? Because He died, the kingdom He kept mentioning had to be gone. Because He died, all hope must be lost. Because He died, this must be the end. While this might have come as a shock to some, this was no surprise. This was always the plan. Jesus had to die. Because of our sin, He had to face death so that you and I wouldn't have to. But death was never the end of the story. Because on the 3rd day, Jesus brought death to death itself. On that 3rd day, 3 women went to the tomb. The stone had been rolled away. The grave was empty. And while they stood there, confused, heartbroken, unsure of what to believe, 2 angels appeared and asked, "Why do you look for the living among the dead? Jesus isn't in the tomb. Jesus isn't here. Because He lives." Because He lives, you and I can celebrate. Because He lives, He truly is the Son of God, our Messiah. Because He lives, sin has lost and hope has won. Because He lives, we have been forgiven, redeemed, and made new. Because He lives, our claim isn't in vain. Our claim is victory. Because He lives, death isn't the end, and our future is secured. Because He lives, you and I have a reason to sing. Because He lives.